Hello there, I'm back. This is part 2 of the mottling layers. I had to do it in 2, guys, because it's just too long on the other way. Okay, as usual, we're going to take this, a little mineral spirits, put it in there. Now, guys, on this one, we're going to do another purple. It's a different kind of a purple. It's not a dark, it's more of a, it's kind of on the blue side. But it's got some purple in it too. Some people say it's like a violet, but it don't look like a violet to me. Okay, I'm just going to swap both sides, guys, as you can see. See that? We'll mix that in. And you can see what color. Oh, I forgot to tell you the name of this. Sorry about that. This is Dioxazine Purple 04. All Genesis. Everything I use is Genesis Heat Set paint. Okay. And now I'm going to add in some of the ultramarine blue, just like we did the other one, only this is a different purple. And I'm just going to dab that, just the end of my brush. You can see there how I've got it. Because these blues are really strong, guys. That's the reason I got the other one too dark back there. Now, see if you can see that color it's coming up with. Needs a little bit more. Do just another little tap on the end. Sorry, I don't have an exact recipe for these guys, but I just don't have it. Okay, so this is what you come up with. You see that? It's, I don't know what you would call that. It's, a lot of people call it like a violet, and it might be. But anyway, that's our next purple color. Let me wipe my hand there. I got that off of the jars. I need to clean my jars up, guys. And I've got my own mottling sponge already. I'm well loved. But, of course, you would have to make yours if you don't have any already made up. Need 4 of these mottling sponges done like this with the holes picked out in them to leave those little open up places through there. Okay, same thing, guys. It's just repetitive. It's just over and over and over. Start with that little foot and just give it a little. Make sure it's not too much, and it is. So I'm going to dab some of that off. At least this is going on the bottom of the foot, right, guys? But we'll have layers that, like I told you before, there are going to be other layers go on here that's going to cover that up. And I do it real fast. I'm doing it slow and for you guys, but this is the way I do it. Now, some people don't do that. Like I said, they'll just kind of, you know, make sure it goes down like that. And you can do that. That's okay. You just want to, that's not hardly enough on there, guys. I don't know. My sponge must have soaked it all up. Maybe I dabbed too much off a while ago. But anyways, here we go. And you just, and I just go all over it like that. I do it pretty quick. Dab, 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 dab. And you can rotate your sponge too, guys. I forgot to tell you that too. As you're doing this, kind of rotate your sponge, you know, to where you get different effects. You just don't want it like the same thing, you know. You want it to get mixed up a little bit. And that's the reason I skip around over and then go back, and because I want it to be kind of mixed up looking. See that? There you go. There's one leg. One leg down, guys. One leg down. Yay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. Get that off a little. Okay. Here's that other leg. The reason I'm doing both legs on this, guys, is because I have to do this before I can move on to the next layer on mine. So. And I need to show you guys about on the next layer on mine. So I have to go ahead and complete all of the mottling, this color of a mottling. I didn't on the last one because, see, I was at the end, so, on the last one, so. But I have to on this one to be able to move on to the red, because the last one's we're going to do is the reddish color. And so I have to do all the limbs in order to move on to the reddish color while this is flashing off. You know, I have to go on and do another one, because if I only do, you know, I can't go into the red till I do that. It's got to flash off anyway before I go into the red. I can't do it until it flashes off. So I'll just go ahead and do all the limbs. Yeah. I think yeah, I did both. I thought I did. But if this is getting too purpley looking for you guys, just thin it down some. If, I'm doing it again. If you want some, you don't like this dark, you think it's too much, just leave a few of the layers off. You don't have to use them all if you don't want. Now, like I said, I like the mottling on. I think it's pretty, and I like it. But you can leave a few of these colors off if you don't want to use them all. It's just, you know, it's up to you. And get some more right there. It looks a little bit left out, white. Okay, I'm going to switch these out, get this other one. Get a little bit on this. Well, at least you don't have to bake in between each one of these. I guess you could if you wanted to, but I don't. I mean, I just put layer on top of layer over the other, you know, one over the other. But you could if you wanted to. I mean, there's no law that says you can't. I just don't. It's a lot of baking anyway. You have to do a lot of baking anyway, guys. And I just don't do it. It's just, there's a lot of baking involved anyways in this. And it don't hurt nothing just to skip a bake over a couple of layers. So, here we go. And that's that. There's that little arm. Just place right there, guys. There, go back and get it. Look it over. If you missed any places, just go back and get them. And the head on this. And then hopefully that leg will be flashed off before we can do the red. And then that'll be our lesson for today, is these 4 mottling layers. You know, I think a lot of people just don't know and don't realize, guys, how much work goes into these dolls. But maybe this will give everybody, too, by me doing this, going to give everybody a little, you know, that don't know, they can see. And that's the reason why these guys cost so much. It's because there's so many hours and so much time, and, you know, and which to me, I'm going to have to get a little bit more paint on that, guys. I'm going to run out of paint. I don't like to do that, as I told you, on the head, but alas, I have to. I'm out of paint. But I don't think a lot of people realize how much time goes into these babies. It's a long process, guys. Just the painting is a long process. And then you got to root the hair if you do rooting. And it really takes a long time. This is nothing compared to what the hair takes. The hair can take you up to 40 hours just to do the hair. And so, you know, that's the reason these cost so much. So maybe this will help people that don't know, you know, even on that. Maybe it'll help them to understand that, you know, how much time goes into one, which I love it. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a passion of mine. This is something I enjoy doing. You know, something to get an old lady up in the morning. Everybody's got to have a reason to get out of bed. And when you get older and you get retired and, you know, your kids, your babies are all gone. And there we go. That was another mottling layer. See how it's getting purpley and blue and all that. And, you know, so this is just something I love doing it. I mean, that's just all I know to say is I just love this, guys. This is just a passion of mine. Okay, now we're going to do a red. I hope I've got you in the frame there. This is going to be a really, really red. This is, they call it, I think, the lady that I learned this from called it a blood red. So you're going to do, I'll show you the colors on this one, guys. This one is, let me find my little mixing thing. Make sure I got that out there. Mix it up. And this one is going to be your red color. Okay, what you're going to use is the Powder Red 02. I'm just going to do one side of the brush on that and see what I've got. And then we may have to add more like I did before, because like I said, guys, I don't have a certain recipe on this. I just mix it till it looks right to me, and that's what I go with. Then you're going to need a little bit of blue. Not a lot, just a little, because if you do a little, of course, you're going to wind back up with a dirty purple if you do a whole lot. So just take the tip of that brush, put a little blue in there like that. It still looks a little bit purple here, but I'll add some more red, and it won't if I need it. Now, to get the darkness color you want of this, you can put just a little bit of burnt umber in it. So I'll just do a swipe of that. And what this does is it'll darken it up. Make it look like dark looking blood. Give it really dark, dark, dark color. Okay, guys, I'm going to put a little bit more red in that because that's not enough. Do one more swipe of red. We're going to see what we come up with. Yeah, that's pretty red. Now I want to darken that down just a little bit more. It's just not hardly dark enough for me, so I'm going to do one more swipe, if I can, of the burnt umber. And I think that's going to pretty well make what we need. But see how it looks? It's red, but it's got like a really rich, dark color to it. And the lady that I learned this from called it a blood red. And this is what she used on her mottling, and it looks great. If I could talk to her and tell her, you know, it looks just like blood. It's a red, dark color, just like a dark colored blood. And there I have got that on my glove again. I need to clean my jars up, guys. My jars are just horrible. They're getting all over my gloves. Okay, we're going to load that sponge and start doing it again. Now on this, I'll only do one limb and show you. And the head, of course, but we do it the exact same way. And I gave you the mix on it. So you should be able to go on from there. But of course, if you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments. And I'll try to get back to you. But this is your red. Bounce it off a little more. That's pretty red. Okay. There we go. Now, this looks pretty dark going on here. But when it dries, it won't dry this dark. And in the case that it did dry dark, you don't like that, take you a little bit of thinners, put it on a cosmetic wedge, and just kind of dab over the top of it. And if it's too dark, it'll take some of that color off. But like I say, now guys, we're going to have lots of layers on top of this. So don't panic on it, okay? Because it's going to look good. See, now we're getting that reddish look over the top of all the purples and the blues. And it looks great, guys. It looks really good. See that? Can you see it? I hope my camera's picking up that color. I think it looks wonderful. I love mottling on them. I used to didn't, like I told you. I was afraid of it. I'll just tell you the truth. I was afraid of it. When I put it on there, it scared me. And I thought, oh, Lord. But, I mean, you know, until I baked this, I didn't think. But this is back when I first started and stuff, guys. And, you know, everything's scary to you. And I thought, oh, my Lord, I've ruined the kit, you know. And but the thing of it is, until you've baked it, none of it's permanent until it's baked. You can take it off, but I'd flip out. I'm kind of a perfectionist, guys. I try to, I want things, you know, I want things a certain way. And if they ain't that certain way, then I don't like it. Okay, now we're going to go over the little hand. Now, all these Caucasian, this is on a Caucasian kit. You do the hands and everything, but now if you're doing a darker color, ethnic, you don't do the insides of the hand, the palms, and the soles of the feet. But now on the Caucasian, I put it everywhere. One day maybe I've also got an Asian baby I'm going to make for a lady. I'm going to do an Mediterranean olive skin tone on it. And I don't know, I may tape that for you guys if anybody's interested. If not, that's okay. But, I mean, if you're interested, I could tape that for you too. If anybody's interested and wants to see it. And right there, I want to put a bit more red. Now, once this flashes off, guys, you go back and look at it. If it's not got enough of one color on it, put a little bit more on there. Can you see that? Now, look how this is beginning to, see how it's got like white places in between? See it? That's what you want, guys. That's exactly how you want it. And let's see. We'll do stir your paint. Don't forget. Stir that paint, guys. Put it right back on here. Now, guys, I will admit this is a long process. And if you don't enjoy it, I don't think you'll ever do it because it's just so long of a process to do. But if this is something you enjoy, then, you know, you'll love it. I love it, but some people may not. It is a really long process. It takes a lot of time. And wait till you get to the rooting. Now, if you don't got patience on the rooting, you're in trouble. Because, I mean, man, guys, it really takes a long time. Like I said, about, you know, just a normal size head will take you about 40 hours. I don't know if I'll root the hair on camera or not, because, guys, it's so long. And I don't know where I would or not. I would do that or not, because it's just really long. But if you guys want it, you request it from me. I will when we get this painted. I'll try to do some rooting on camera for you. And help you out there, too. I have different needles on the rooting you can use. And to make it just a little bit easier on you. Well, like on a beginner, and it will help you out on the rooting. I have lots of tips there that I've learned along my way about the rooting, and maybe I could help some other guys out. That's only if, you know, if I get requests for it, I'll do it, but if I don't get any requests, I probably won't, because that is a long process, guys. Very long. Okay, we're finishing up. Now, this is going to be our last mottling layer, guys. So once we get this done and it flashes off, then we're going to put it in the oven and we're going to heat set it. That's bake it at 265 for 8 minutes. And then you bring it out and let it sit cool. And then once it's cool, then we'll start with our next layers, which our next layers will be our flesh layers. We're going to start with the flesh layers after the mottling. So I'm going to finish this little girl's head off, and then I'm going to jump off. And then this will conclude the mottling lesson. And then I will come back on with our new lessons once this is done. But like I said, when you get through with this one, this is the last mottling layer, so you got to bake. But we got by 4 layers without having to bake, so that's pretty awesome. Because it does get tiresome having to bake so much, because it's long. You know, you got to bake it, and then you got to bring it out and let it sit and cool. And that's what's long on it, is having to let it sit cool. It takes a while. Guys, I want to tell you about the oven one more time. If you're using an oven inside the house, please, guys, do not, I repeat over and over and over again, do not use an oven that you're cooking food in. You can't do that. It's poison. And if you do use your oven inside the house, make sure you're in a well-ventilated area, maybe in the garage where it's away from everybody. Or open the windows real good or whatever, you know, like that. Because I'm telling you, this stuff, when it heats up and mixes with that, it's poison. So you don't want to be breathing that. And you don't want your family to be breathing that. So that's the last mottling layer, guys, on there. And I won't do the other 2 online because the video's getting long again. But I'll see you in another video. This is all I'm going to do today. This is the last lesson on mottling, and this will be it for the day. Tomorrow I'll do some more layers and show you guys how to do that. So I'm going to bake this off, and I'm going to let it sit overnight, and then tomorrow I'll start again. Okay, guys, as always, I appreciate you watching, and just tell all your friends, guys, if you don't mind, to subscribe to my channel and share it so I can get some more subscribers. I am going to be giving that Reborn baby away at 1,000, so don't forget that. And please share it with all your on all your social medias and with all your friends, so we can get this baby giveaway. It's climbing, guys. It's climbing up every day. I get 3 to 5 more subscribers, but it's just so slow. At this rate, it's going to be 6 months, you know, before I get the baby away, if not longer. So please, guys, subscribe to my channel. And share this with all your friends. Like my channel and share it with all your friends. And let them know I'm going to be doing a giveaway. Okay, guys, that's all for the day. And I will see you tomorrow in another lesson. Tomorrow we'll start the flesh layers. Okay, guys, as always, appreciate you watching. You know, and I'll see you tomorrow. And y'all have a great night. Bye-bye.